Hello, this is Jayden Cho. We're going to talk about Battle of Iwo Jima, which was one of the most important battles in World War II. Contents: first, map of Iwo Jima. Second, key figures from the battle. Third, background and results of the battle. Fourth, famous anecdotes of the battle. Lastly, photographs and footage from the battle. First, map. The US commander selected the tiny island of Iwo Jima as the next target after Pearl Harbor. So the land is only 7.2 kilometers long and from 0.8 to 4 kilometers wide. Since it's located halfway between Tokyo and US air bases in the Marianas, as you can see in the picture, Iwo Jima could become a vital support base for B-29 bombers, which is US escort fighters, and search and rescue the craft. Importantly, Iwo Jima is also part of the Tokyo prefecture and is sovereign Japanese soil. The American hope its capture will deliver a severe psychological blow to the Japanese. The U.S. Marines Amphibious Corps, consisting of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th Marine Divisions, is assigned the task of capturing the island, codenamed Operation Detachment. All told, 100,000 men and 700 ships will partake in a battle the Americans expect to last 5 to 10 days. Defending Iwo Jima are the 21,000 Japanese troops of the 109th Infantry Division. Americans plan to allow the Marines ashore and grind them down in attritional warfare on 2 main defensive belts. Each consists of hundreds of caves, tunnels, and expertly hidden pillboxes, which the Japanese are to hold to the end. Next, key figures from left to right. So for General Holland Smith, he was the overall commander of the American forces in the Pacific during the later stages of World War II. He played a crucial role in planning and executing the assault on Iwo Jima. Second, Major General Harry Smith. He commanded the 5th Marine Division during the battle. His division played a crucial role in the initial landings and subsequent operations to secure the island. Third, Major General Gravis B. Erskine. Erskine commanded the 3rd Marine Division during the battle. His division also participated in the amphibious assault and subsequent fighting on the island. Fourth, Vice Admiral Richard K. Turner. As the commander of the U.S. Navy's amphibious forces for the operation, Turner was responsible for the naval support and logistics that enabled the landing and subsequent operation on Iwo Jima. The last one is called Lieutenant General Tadamiki Kuribayashi, was assigned to command the defense of Iwo Jima. Kuribayashi knew that Japan could not win the battle, but he hoped to inflict massive casualties on the American forces so the United States and its Australian and British allies. He created strong mutuality supporting defenses in depth by using network of tunnels, caves, and bunkers, and heavy weapons such as heavy machine guns and artillery. Background and results of the battle. The battle began on February 19, 1945 with a massive amphibious assault by the U.S. Marines against entrenched Japanese positions. The Japanese defenders, led by Tadamiki Kuribayashi, as I explained before, put up fierce resistance. The terrain and fortifications on the island made the advance for the American forces extremely challenging. The battle was characterized by intense and brutal close-quarters combat, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. Despite facing steep resistance and enduring harsh conditions, the U.S. Marines gradually advanced and managed to capture Mount Suribagi, the highest point on the island, on February 23rd. The iconic photograph of U.S. Marines raising the American flag on Mount Suribagi became one of the most famous images of World War II, as you can see in the picture. However, the battle continued to rage on as the American forces pushed to capture the remaining Japanese strongholds. The Japanese defenders fought tenaciously from their fortified positions, inflicting heavy casualties on the U.S. Marines through ambushes, snipers, and relentless counterattacks. The result: after over a month of intense fighting, the Battle of Iwo Jima officially ended on March 26, 1945, with the island declared secure by U.S. military. The American forces suffered approximately 6,800 killed and over 19,000 wounded, while the Japanese suffered nearly 18,000 killed. Only a few hundred Japanese soldiers were taken to prison. The capture of Iwo Jima provided the U.S. military with an important base for launching further attacks against Japan and facilitate the emergency landings of damaged American bombers. However, the battle also highlighted the fierceness and determination of Japanese resistance, foreshadowing that even more brutal fighting that would occur in subsequent battle later. In conclusion, the Battle of Iwo Jima was one of the most important and hard-fought engagement in the Pacific theater of World War II, with significant strategic implications for both the US and Japan. Fourth, famous anecdotes of the battle. So one of the most iconic anecdotes from the Battle of Iwo Jima was involved in raising of the US flag on Mount Suribaki. So on February 23, 1945, U.S. Marines captured Mount Suribaki, a strategic position on the island. Later that day, a group of Marines, including some soldiers, raised the U.S. flag atop the mountain. This moment was captured in now famous photograph by Joe Rosenthal of the Associated Press. The image, which shows Marines struggling to raise a flag against the backdrop of Mount Suribaki, became one of the most enduring symbols of American victory and sacrifice during the World War II. Lastly, photographs the footage. The first pictures was when the 5th Division Marine invaders make their way up the beach of Iwo Jima. They had to climb up like little hills to attack the Japanese. Second picture, Japanese troops surrendering to U.S. Marines in April 1945. Third picture, taken February 12, 1945, when U.S. Marine Corps 5th Division asked to raise the American flag on Mount Suribaki. That's it. Thank you for listening.